Okay, let's answer this question and we proceed. Jovia, tell me why I do not qualify for dependent and child tax care credit, yet my son is below 5 years. I lived with him the whole year. I supported him more than 50% of his needs. He's a US citizen and we've been living in the US throughout the year. So why? Tell me why I do not qualify for this. Okay, on top of the other factors part of the criteria, add this one. We need to know that if you receive any dependent and care advances or money from your employer, it directly affects this crediting. We treat it as an upfront tax benefit because it reduces your taxable income. So looking into this scenario, W2 box 10 had a certain amount which is even two-way bigger than the maximum benefit you can claim. Do not forget the maximum benefit you can claim if you have one child is $3,000, and if you have more than one, you can only claim a maximum of $6,000. So this one is someone who got somewhere around $9,000 or even beyond. Meaning, what you got from your employer as an upfront tax benefit for dependent care, is already way above the maximum benefit you would claim, regardless of your AGI, because now the AGI story here may not take part of the conversation, but it is also something to look into, because somewhere around if your AGI is below 43,000, you would look at somewhere around 20% to 35% of the benefit. But if it is above 43,000, then you would look at the 20% of the benefit, and you look at the 20% of your AGI. That's what you look at when we go into computations. But for this particular question or this particular scenario, forget about the AGI computation and story and focus on the fact that box 10 has some amount that is even way above the amount you would claim if you were to get this benefit. So the maximum is 3,000 for one child or 6,000 for more than one child. It means if you got this already on your W2, which is a pre-tax benefit, you got this upfront, you cannot again claim this benefit here when you're filing returns. So if you put all this information and you find yourself in a position that says you do not qualify for this, that does not mean that you don't qualify for the rest of the, or you don't meet the criteria. When you look at the criteria, when you look at the qualifying criteria, you qualify for the other ones, but the fact that your box 10, your employer FSA has given you this money upfront, you already enjoyed the benefit. So you cannot claim, you cannot get any other additional child or dependent care credit in the same line, in the same tax year, on the same aspect. So that's the difference. And as I told you, tax is dynamic, and there is no single answer that applies to everybody. We have the rules of the thumb, but still everybody's scenario is different. So we shall always apply as per your case, as per your scenario. So whenever you find such challenges, I would advise you, look for a consultant. Come talk to us, ask, we shall help you, because you may be even stuck and you don't know where your sister or your neighbor qualifies for the same, but you ask yourself, why don't I qualify? But when you look at our scenarios, your scenario and their scenario, your income, your W2 and everything, we see these differences that we need to communicate to you. Thank you. Bye-bye.